here. Okay, great. One moment. Let me see.
One more minute, and then we are good to go, I think.
Okay, I think so. Maybe we are now 11. Also, this session is going to be recording, so we will, after this session, we will share with all our participants, and it will be sent by our marketing team. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this session with Claudia, who is a representative of the WeTravel, which is a booking and payment platform that is becoming so popular, especially here in South America. And she's going to explain, she's going to share today with us all the information about this platform, how it can be used. And maybe if you're interested at the end of this session, maybe you can request maybe a demo how to use this platform. So also she will we will be sharing her email address if you want to email her directly. And also at the end of this session, we will have the time for Q&A. So, and if you want, also you can feel free to just to write down here in the chat box. So thank you for being today here with us, Claudia. So this session is you.
Thank you very much, Christian, for the introduction. As Christian said, I am part of WeTravel, a booking and payment platform specifically for travel companies. And I am the representative for Latin America because we are a company from the US, but we work with tour operators and travel companies from all over the world. So I'm very happy. I guess you're coming from different countries. And first of all, I wanted to let you know that you can jump on the chat and ask any questions while I explain a little bit more about WeTravel. This is going to be a very very normal conversation, and I'm going to share you some examples. And first of all, I would like to know if you can answer in the chat, where are you coming from? We have a chat icon.
Yeah, and we see in the chat box here. I'm going to write down.
Perfect. I want to know where you are coming from, and I am from Peru, and we have Christian from Ecuador.
I can see some yeah, some people from Peru, from Canada, I think.
Oh,
here.
nice.
Yeah, and it's probably some of them from United States.
Good. You can change the chat to answer everyone, so we can read and know each other. And I'm from the UK. That's cool.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask is, I guess that you are familiar with payment platforms. Are you using any particular online payment platform for accepting your payments from your travelers or clients around the world? From Colombia, nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. This is going to be like a 5 minutes presentation, 5-10 minutes, and then we are going to have a couple of minutes to answer your questions, and I'm going to share you my social media so we can keep and my email so we can keep communicated in case you want to know more and know how to use WeTravel specifically for your travel company needs. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Christian, can you allow me to share my screen with everyone? Because right now I can't do it.
I think now, can you try now?
Let me try. Not yet. So while you're trying to fix this, I'm going to ask the participants, is any of you familiar with WeTravel, or is this the first time that you hear from us? And don't be shy, you can just put your answer in the chat box. First time, okay. First time as well. Thanks, Marisa. Anyone else here? All right. Fair enough. I'm gonna try. I still can't share my screen for some reason, Christian. Maybe.
Let's check. Let me check.
Sure. No problem at all.
Okay, let's see. Can you try right now, Claudia?
Sure. Still can't.
Okay, we have report to our support team in Claudia, so probably it will take quite a few minutes. So maybe we can start talking a bit more about a brief introduction. You already told us, but while it is being solved by our support team, maybe we may start just sharing a bit information about this platform.
Yes, of course. All right. So as I said before, we work with travel companies from around the world, and WeTravel has different tools depending on what your needs are. We work with companies that organize group travel. So with the WeTravel platform, they can accept payments and organize their bookings in a better way. And then there are some other companies that organize personalized itineraries, or and they want a system where they can build an itinerary and charge a customer. And then there are other organizers that sell package travel. Let's say that you are selling Trek to Machu Picchu, which is a tour that is very popular here, and you want an online payment option in your website. Well, WeTravel gives you the possibility to add book now buttons, so your customers can just book directly and you can streamline your booking process. And all these tools are available for anyone who joins the platform for free. And then we process the payments with any credit card or debit card around the world. And depending on where your customers come from, if they come from the US, for example, we have the ability to accept e-check or ACH, which is the payment option with their bank accounts. Or if they come from Europe, they can do the same with their European bank account. And since we work specifically with travel companies, we have even more tools. So every time that you accept a payment for WeTravel, you are going to be collecting your funds in your WeTravel account, which afterwards, whenever you want, you can send to your own bank account in your country. We can send money and international wire transfers anywhere in the world. But the idea is that you have also an easy way to pay your vendors. So for example, if you need to, after you have sold a package, you need to pay for airline tickets to the hotel, train tickets, or maybe you have to pay services from your company. WeTravel not only allows you to transfer your money to your account, but you can also pay your vendors for free using a WeTravel card, which is a virtual Visa card that allows you to use your WeTravel funds to pay online to whatever service you need to pay to that accepts Visa. And also we have um, a vendor transfer tool, which means that every single company that uses WeTravel can transfer funds between each other for free. So this becomes extremely handy, and I'm going to talk about specifically the Latin American region, which is something that I see a lot. But for example, um, countries and companies in Ecuador and Peru and Argentina and Chile usually organize circuits and have to pay each other for the services. And if a traveler comes from the UK and they are coming to Ecuador and then they want to go to Machu Picchu and are doing everything with the same company, then this company has to pay vendors. This company from Ecuador has to pay vendors in Peru or vice versa, and they can just do it through WeTravel. They can send the money through the vendor transfer, and it's immediate and it's for free. So
Sorry, I'm sorry, Chloe. Can you try now right now, please? I think you are able now to share your screen.
sure. Okay, hopefully. Okay, yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So
I'm sorry for this
no
technical
problem.
troubles. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so what I was explaining at the beginning was how you can take payments with WeTravel. So if you have, for example, package travel that you want to sell online in your website, you can add book now buttons. This is the company's website. And as you see, I can see all the information about their trip here. But if I want to pay for this trek that I just want to join it and I'm sure that I want to purchase it, I don't need to keep communicating back and forth with the company because it's already a pre-made package. If I click on the book now button, what I'm going to see, and we have to wait a little bit because my internet connection is a little bit bad. I think my computer kind of got frozen. Okay, so if I click on the book now button, what I'm going to get, it's a pop-up so I can just pay for the package and check out without leaving your website. So this is powered by WeTravel. And so your customer basically can just like pick a date, the package they want, follow a 3-step process. So they fill out their information and then they complete the payment. This is for the companies that want to sell directly in their websites or have packages that are like kind of best sellers, and you can streamline your booking process that way just by adding a book now button where they can just complete their purchase. On the other hand, if you're organizing tailor-made tours, more personalized things, and then you are charging something that after a couple of conversations, because it's completely tailor-made, you can just like create a payment link. It's a private link that you send to your customers, so you can put the amount that you want to charge, and then they can just click and pay. And then also, if you would like to not only allow your customers to pay through WeTravel, but you would also like to present your product in a visual way, you can create itineraries inside WeTravel and put all the information about your trip. This is completely mobile friendly, and the customers will see the information about their trip, and then they can also click and pay. And after all the money is in WeTravel, then you are going to find it super easy to organize your bookings in a dashboard per trip, where you can basically communicate with your customers. You can issue refunds for free, which is a question that I have been getting a lot because of the pandemic. WeTravel allows you to refund your customers for free in a very easy way. You can set payment plans, which means every time a customer pays a deposit through WeTravel, you have the ability to allow WeTravel to remind them when to pay their next installment. So you don't have to do it yourself. So it's something that saves a lot of time. And as I said, when I was talking, all your funds are going to be collected in WeTravel, but then you can use them in several ways. You can either transfer your money to your own bank account wherever in the world you are. You can transfer to a vendor or a partner, which can be a WeTravel user around the world. And you can send the money instantly to their WeTravel account for free. So this works perfect when you have to pay your vendors that are in different countries, and you save the wire transfer fees. And then you can also use the WeTravel card, which is a Visa card that you can create for free as well. So you can use your WeTravel funds and pay any service. Vendors, could be airlines, hotels, or even if you are creating Facebook marketing campaigns, for example, this is something that I see a lot. You can just like use your WeTravel card for free and use your funds and make payments with that. So this is like a very short summary of how WeTravel works. And I would like to know if anyone here has any question, or if you would like me to. I'm going to be sharing my LinkedIn profile and also my email, so you can write me an email in case you would like to receive a demo or keep the conversation going, so we can talk more about your company, because I usually explain the tools depending on the needs that you have. So I'm going to be sharing this in the chat, and feel free to ask any questions.
Let's see if we have some questions. I think, yes, I think we have a question from Lisa. So she's asking, how do the platform verify client's credit card and make the charge?
Mm-hmm. So, well, first of all, the security part is super important. The verification is immediate. Every time a customer has to put their card details, they are going to be putting their name, their last name, their billing address, which is an extra layer of security aside the security code. And then when the card is processed, you are going to receive a confirmation email as well as the client. And but for this to happen, it's a process that it's encrypted. So WeTravel has PCI certification. So every time a customer enter their card details, they cannot be shared anywhere in the internet. And whenever you want to see the information of your customer cards, you can see the buyer's name and the last 4 digits in your reports. I don't know if this is something that answers your question.
Okay, great. Thank you, Claudia, for answering this great question. As you tell us that nowadays the most, or probably the easiest way how to pay bookings is online. So probably wire transfer also is another option, but I'm talking about, as you said, in Latin America, it is becoming so popular. We are using WeTravel, I think, since 3 years ago. So it has been so grateful and so easy to use this WeTravel, especially for those clients who are looking for paying with a credit card. And I probably one of the best thing also is like the friendly dashboard that you have to manage the bookings, the payments, and also the low cost of bank fees. There are other platforms we know, so probably they have a high fees for wire transfer, but probably with a WeTravel is less. But I have a question for you, Claudia. Is how
Sure.
long when you have a when we have to do a wire transfer from different from any bank in the world, how long it takes to make cash and to get your money in your bank?
So it is 2 to 3 business days, and it is usually whenever you want to send the money out of WeTravel, you choose the frequency, the amount you're sending, and for the first day that you transfer the money, it should be in your account like in 3 business days tops.
Okay, 3 days. Okay, great. So just 3 days, 3 business days to get the full payment in your banks. So we have another question from Lisa. He said, how do you handle clients decline payments? And do you charge handling fees when allow us to transfer the money to our supplier vendors?
Sure. So there can be different reasons why a payment is declined. One of them can be that they are paying with a debit card which doesn't have enough funds.
Well,
Another reason can be that the customer hasn't allowed to make the bank hasn't allowed the customer to make online bank payments or online payments in general. Um, so depending the reason, when a payment is declined, the customer sees a clear message, payment declined because of. And usually what I find the most, it's that the customer needs to call their bank because the bank is the one that blocked the transaction. This is something that it's not that common. There are a lot of payment platforms that are not used for travelers specifically, and they have way more blockers than what are needed to accept payments for travel. And there are some declined payments that should be processed because it's a legit card, it's a legit transaction, and they are still blocked with other platforms. So that doesn't happen with WeTravel, but of course, sometimes a payment is declined, and it can be because another variety of reasons, and the most common is not sufficient funds, or bank doesn't allow the customer to make online purchases and they have to call the bank. But that's about it.
okay, great. So I think that is the right question for Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for asking all your questions. And also, this is Lisa is asking about the fees. And Claudia, you mentioned about the cancellation. So due to the pandemic, all travels agency from all over around the world have get a lot of cancellations. And probably the future, some people is thinking is so unpredictable, and some people probably who already booked any trips would like to know about the refund. Is there any charge or fees when we need to refund to the clients for any reason?
No, and I think that's one of the biggest things or difference with WeTravel. So you can refund your customer completely for free. Whenever you need to refund a payment, you just look up for your customer, and then you can just decide how much you are going to refund. It can be just a percentage depending on your cancellation policies, or you can make just like a full refund, and the money is going to return to their customer card, and it's going to be completely for free. We don't keep
Okay.
this.
Okay, great to know. I didn't know that, so that is great to know
Yeah.
now because we have many requests, especially when we don't know if there will be a cancellation in the future, and probably the clients are expecting for a refund. So
Yeah.
thank you for that useful information, Claudia. Let's see if some people, anyone that have more questions, guys,
I see
here.
Lisa ask how we are handling fees when you allow us to transfer the money to our supplier vendors. All right, so you have two ways. If your supplier or vendor is a WeTravel user, it's going to be for free. You just transfer the money to your vendor and there are not going to be any cost. But let's say that your vendor is not a WeTravel user and you still want to send them money, you can do it directly from WeTravel. So you have your funds here in your account, and you can do either a direct wire transfer to your vendor's account, and you just put the bank information of your vendor, and if it's an international wire transfer, which means that your vendor is anywhere in the world instead of the United States, is going to have a $15 cost. It's a fixed cost, and doesn't matter how much you are sending. Like it could be $100, it could be 5,000, 10,000. It's always going to be like a $15 fee to send the money to your vendor outside of WeTravel.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Let me see. Okay, great. So I think, let's see, we have more questions, but I would like to share information with all participants who is attending this session of WeTravel. As I mentioned, we started using WeTravel 3 years ago, and the best way how to know more about this friendly platform for bookings or for payment is probably getting a demo. So Claudia shared her email address in the chat box. You can see is maria@wetravel.com. So you can send her direct an email, and she will be really happy to share with you a demo. And then you can start getting easy payments from your clients. So we know that we start recovering. The pandemic we don't know when it will be over, but I'm sure when it's over, we will have a lot of bookings, and many clients will be waiting just to do a payment. And probably this is one of the easiest way to get funds from your clients. So I think we have more questions. So I would like to thank to Claudia for this great time in Census, and I hope you can have a really good relationship with Claudia. She's very happy to help in the future. Thank you, Claudia.
Well, thank you very much. And for everyone that has joined this session from Latin America, because I saw people from Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, just in case we have a webinar that it's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. We have been organizing webinars and content and educational resources that you can join completely for free. This one is going to be about neuromarketing for tour operators, and we organize webinars on content marketing, on web design, and we invite experts that join us for a 1-hour session to give a very good presentation and answer any questions that you may have. And everything is targeted, of course, towards travel agencies and tour operators. So they have been very valuable. If you want to join, I have shared the link in the chat. As I said, it's for free, and you're going to receive an invitation and a reminder before the event.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that good information. That probably some people who were not able to attend in this session, also they can join the next webinar that you have, Claudia.
Exactly. And I share credentials there as well.
Okay, great. So thank you to everyone who's been attending this session, and it was a really pleasure to talk with you, Claudia, and probably see you next time in the future.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure as well. And I hope that you keep enjoying the event and have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.